somebody from Old Line.
Right.
Yeah, that place was a complete zoo.
Yeah. Go on the. It's high school regional final girls basketball on your home for local high school sports, 98.9 FM, KQCR, and the Falcon Activities Network. Along with Brian Boozman, I'm John Mowinkle coming to you tonight live from the Olwine High School Gymnasium. As tonight, the Appleton-Parkersburg girls basketball team is one win away from making it to the state tournament, and in order to get there, they'll have to get through the Beckman Catholic Trailblazers. Once again, welcome to tonight's broadcast. And I can remember when you and me started back in November 22nd or whatever it was when the Falcon girls hosted Hampton-Dumont Cal. That was the beginning of what we thought could be, there were some question marks definitely coming into this year, but it's a team that we thought that could definitely make a nice run to the playoffs, and here they are, one win away from the state tournament. This place could not be more electric here, 20 minutes from game time. But this is what it all comes down to right here. This game go to state.
Yep, and and sometimes especially when you're coaching, but it seems like the season has been extremely quick. Like it's all of a sudden it's November, boom, it's the end of February, here we go. Yeah, when you lose as many seniors and as much scoring as we lost off last year's team that made it to the regional finals and lost to Denver and Waverly, you just don't know. But Coach Driscoll's done a nice job. They had a good offseason. He's brought some young kids up, and he has some veteran leadership with Ellen and Addie and Kennedy Lynn. And they're the ones, when you have three seniors and they all start, you have a really good nucleus, and they're the ones that kind of hold the ship together.
Yeah, so tonight's opponent, the Beckman Catholic Trailblazers, They had an average regular season. They finished 11-10 in the regular season, but they've heated up here in the postseason. They beat MFL Marmac on the road, and then they did the same to a perennial state tournament team in Cascade. They knocked them out and held them to just 31 points in that postseason game on the road. So their defense has been stifling. Their offense hasn't been the greatest, but this is not a team to be overlooked despite their 13-10 record.
Absolutely not. And you get to this point in the tournament, and you just can't ever count out a team. I remember when we went to state as the Appleton Parkersburg boys in 03-04, we kind of were about the same as Beckman. We finished the regular season, we were 14-7, and then all of a sudden you get on a run, and before you know it, you're 18-7 and playing in the state tournament. So you just never know. And when people get going, it builds confidence, and their kids have to have a lot of confidence by beating Cascade just last Friday night.
Yeah, so obviously tonight's winner advances to the state tournament. AP is going for their 5th state tournament appearances. If Beckman wins, they would go to state for the first time ever. So a lot on the line for both programs coming into this one. And you've done a little bit of research. This will be AP's 9th ever regional final appearance?
It will be. So Appleton Parkersburg, this is their 9th regional final appearance, dating way back to 95-96. They beat Denver. In 98-99, they lost to West Marshall. 99-2000, they lost to St. Ansgar. And then in 2000-2001, they beat Maquoketa Valley late in the game. It was at Cedar Falls to go to state. 01-02, they lost to Colonesco. Then 12-13, we beat West Marshall. 18-19, we beat Ridgeview in Fort Dodge. And then last year we lost to Denver. So that's a lot of information, but this is the 9th time that Appleton Parkersburg girls have played to go to Des Moines.
All right, it's the Appleton Parkersburg Falcons 19-4 overall. Beckman Catholic is 13-10 overall. A lot to get to here on our pregame show, including a conversation with head coach of the Falcons, Brady Driscoll. That's coming up when we come back inside the Olwine High School Gymnasium. It's regional final action on 98.9 KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network.
Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete. Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Right.
Bayer Crop Science and the Iowa Foundation team are proud to sponsor the Falcons and our local producers. Contact the Bayer team in Parkersburg at 319-346-1800 for soybean seed production opportunities in Butler and Grundy counties for the 2023 growing season.
Welcome back to pregame coverage.
Also visit career.bayer.us for career opportunities within Bayer.
Joined by AP girls basketball coach Brady Driscoll. Ahead of this matchup with the Beckman Catholic Trailblazers, 1 win away from the state tournament. Coach, thanks for the time. Obviously a big win for your program this past Friday night over Denver, 52-32. Can you talk about that one a little bit and how significant that was for your team and how it was able to propel you guys out of the regional final?
Yeah, no, after about the first 3 or 4 possessions, I was thinking, oh my gosh, what do we got going on here with so many turnovers? But luckily they were turning it right back over. I think our first 3 possessions were turnovers and their first 4 possessions were turnovers. But after that, we settled in, ended the game with only 10 turnovers. So after about 30 seconds of play, only having 7 turnovers. And then in the fourth quarter, too, we had 0 turnovers in the fourth. So that was important for us when we went on a big run there. We really limited our turnovers, rebounded pretty well there in the second half. And shots started going there for us in the late third and fourth quarter for where we could separate and never look back.
All right, so Beckman Catholic coming into this one off an upset of Cascade. Kind of interesting that they beat Cascade, one of the best, traditionally best girls basketball teams in Iowa, twice in the last couple weeks of the season.
I guess in your film watching, what did they do to Cascade? And I guess what kind of put them over the edge? Because that's pretty significant for them to do that to Cascade.
Yeah, yeah, they're pretty good rivals there, playing in the same conference twice a year. Early in the year, Cascade got them by 19. And then as of late, Beckman's had their number. The last regular season game went double overtime. So that was a real close one, 52-49. By 3, they got them. And then the most recent one, yeah, the last postseason game, they were able to play really good defense, held Cascade scoreless in the third quarter, and then only Cascade 8 points in the second half. I think they got their their first field goal in the second half with about two minutes or something left in the fourth quarter. So they held them scoreless and in check for quite a while. Cascade got in a little bit of foul trouble, but Beckman rebounds extremely well. The record's a bit deceiving. They haven't been the healthiest of teams throughout the course of the year, but when they're healthy, they're pretty dang good. They're very tall, very physical. Rebounding is going to be number 1 key for us, and probably number 2 key, number 3 key as well. If we can keep them off the boards and get out and run, we should be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, so taking a look at some of their personnel here, no one that really scores at a ton, but Reese Osterhaus and Shelby Perk, hope I'm saying that right, both just over 10 points per game. Shelby Perk, a pretty decent rebounder as well. Can you talk about their personnel a little bit and what really stands out about Beckman?
Yeah, 22, Perk or Pierce, I'm not sure which one it is, but she's a very good rebounder, 170 on the year, and with having that many rebounds, she has more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. It's kind of crazy. She's got 88 offensive, 82 defensive. So she puts in the work on the offensive glass, and she's a strong kid. I mean, her legs are like tree trunks. She can move people around, finishes pretty well near the rim. And then they have a taller yet kid, number 20, Lansing. She's a tall lefty, and she's not far behind 22 on the rebound. She's at 147. So they got a lot of kids with a lot of rebounds. Even 12, their big guard, Osterhaus. She's in the hundreds for rebounds, 216. She's a big guard, someone that we haven't really seen too much of. I'm trying to think of a comparison for us, and I tried thinking of a comparison for them as a team. They're like a kind of a mini Dyke where they rebounded extremely well, and we give them second, third chance opportunities to score. They're either going to score it eventually or they're going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. I know when they're went over Cascade in the postseason here, they had 31 free throw attempts. They only made 13 of them, but 31 attempts is pretty crazy. And they get a lot of offensive rebounds off those free throws too. So, their strength for them is their post play. Offensively and defensively, they're a sound team when they go through their posts.
Talk a little bit before we started the interview here about the film study and the importance of it. Can you just kind of talk about that and how it gets more and more significant here as we get deeper into the postseason?
Yeah, I just want to have us as prepared as we possibly can be in watching. Dillard gets a lot of the games on Huddle for us and puts them on there, and I just watch whatever he puts on there. He knows what's best for for us. So we've got 10, 11, 12 games on there of them. I've gone through already and watched all of them. But I go through and make clips that I think our girls need to see, so they don't have to watch the entire game like I have. But I'll put in little clips that they need to see, and then we'll go over those together in film study and on their own if they want to ever check them out. They're always there available for them. So that's just one of my jobs as head coach is to just get the film ready, get it out to the kids, know their personnel like the back of my hand. And be ready to roll at all. Whatever they put out there, we have at least hopefully seen on film or have a response to.
Obviously, this is the game to go to state. How significant and how awesome would it be for this program to get to state, especially after falling just short last year?
Yeah, last year stung quite a bit. And a lot of new players for us, and that will be in a different situation than they were last year, where they're actually on the court and contributing a lot more than what they might have last year. So it'd be a very exciting time for AP. And looking at all sports too, you look at boys basketball too. I'm not sure the last time boys and girls have both been to state, but the boys are obviously very, very capable of having the 1 seed in their region, in a tough region, but very doable. for them, and then we're knocking on the door right there too. So I think it'd be a very cool thing for the community to get both boys and girls to stay. This time of year is very fun if you're an AP basketball fan.
No doubt about that. And same question that I've ended all the previous pregame interviews with, but ultimate keys to victory here against Beckman.
Yeah, some new key. We don't really need to focus on just one or two players for them like we did for Hennessy with Denver or anybody like that. So we can just kind of play our game. But rebounding is probably keys number 1, 2, and 3. If we can keep off the glass and keep them, at bay on the offensive glass, we'll be in good shape. So that's key number 1 for us. And then I think just pushing the ball, getting out and running. Not too many teams to press these guys, and obviously we'll press on, make, miss, everything. So getting in their face, not the best of ball handlers. They got 2 kids that turn it over, 86 and 87 times for their 2 guards. So they turn it over when they do have pressure. And then their post also, they tend to turn it over too. So we'll try and double down quite a bit, try and make it as hard as possible for them on the catch in the post. So just applying a lot of ball pressure everywhere and playing extremely fast, make them run is going to be huge for us. So, we're just going to try and get out, play our game, play fast. Don't need to change anything defensively, and rebound, and we'll be in a position where we can win the game.
All right. Any final thoughts before we get this regional final tipped off here?
No, I'm just looking forward to the opportunity. I know the girls are hungry, looking for an opportunity. You don't get a chance to go to state all that often, and this is one of those chances that we have. They've worked hard all year for it. They've put themselves in position, and now they got one more to go do it.
All right, AP girls basketball coach Brady Driscoll, thanks for the time, coach, and best of luck here against Beckman.
Appreciate it.
More pregame coverage is coming up next on KQCR.
We're back live inside the Olwine High School Gymnasium. John Moenkel and Brian Duzman with you here on 98.9 KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network. It's the regional final game in Class 2A Region 5. The winner of this one goes to the state tournament. Might be tipping off just a little bit late here. The countdown clock has us going right to about 7 o'clock. But you alluded to this a little bit in the pregame. How about these Beckman Blazers coming in here after an 11-10 regular season? They didn't even get a home game in the regional playoffs either. So, I mean, they're underdogs the whole way, and here they are in the regional final. Just goes to show you that anything can happen here in the month of February.
Absolutely, and especially if you get a team start to clicking late in the year, you get some confidence, and it helps to have senior-laden team that that knows what it's like to get to the tournament. And when you're athletic, Dyersville, I'm just looking over at their team. They look athletic. They look long. They look athletic. So the 13-10 record might be deceiving, and you never want to underestimate the competition that they play all year either. So there's a lot of factors that go into play in a season. Injuries. I mean, there's a lot of factors. So.
Yeah. Interestingly, though, this is something that I was talking to Coach Driscoll, but these two teams play the same number of games, but AP has shot the ball 300 more times than Beckman has, a little over 300 more, and they have over 100 more makes on the season as well. So what do you think that tells you about the differences in playing style between these two teams?
Well, it's going to be a battle of pace tonight. And what I mean by that is Appleton Parkersburg is going to want to get up and down the court. They're going to want to press. They're going to want to push the pace. Dyersville Beckman's averaging 45 points a game, which tells me they want to slow it down. They want to play a half-court game. They want to go into the post. And typically, John, to be honest with you, even up to the NBA, but typically when it comes down to a half-court game, a lot of teams struggle with that because, one, they have to handle the ball. They have to make good passes. You have to execute on offense. And teams that aren't ready or haven't been doing that all year, and then when you have to do it, sometimes you're not able to. Them, on the other hand, what's going to be the problem for Beckman is I think Appleton Parkersburg is going to want to go at a pace that they're not ready for.
Let's listen to Coach Driscoll's keys to the game. A little longer than usual, but here they are.
We don't really need to focus on just one or two players for them like we did for Hennessy with Denver or anybody like that. So we can just kind of play our game. But rebounding is probably keys number 1, 2, and 3. And if we can keep off the glass and keep them, at bay on the offensive glass, we'll be in good shape. So that's key number 1 for us. And then I think just pushing the ball, getting out and running. Not too many teams to press these guys. And obviously we'll press on, make, miss, everything. Getting in their face, not the best of ball handlers. They got 2 kids that turn it over, 86 and 87 times for their 2 guards. They turn it over when they do have pressure. And then their post also, they tend to turn it over too. So we'll try and double down quite a bit, try and make it as hard as possible for them on the catch in the post. So just applying a lot of ball pressure everywhere and playing extremely fast, make them run is going to be huge for us. So, we're just going to try and get out, play our game, play fast. Don't need to change anything defensively, and rebound, and we'll be in a position where we can win the game.
Listening to those keys, I think, that's something that, would give me confidence in AP based on just the fact that what they're able to do on their press and beat teams with their pace of play, don't you think? Same with the post play as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Our pace of play is just, I know when we played Southwind, their coach had mentioned to Coach Driscoll afterwards that our kids were just not ready for that. It's just, and we can, the Appleton Parkersburg's depth is also going to be a key factor tonight. I know he, during the regular season, going 10 or 11 deep. You kind of narrow it down in the tournament to 7 or 8, but there isn't a big drop-off when you bring in an Emma Wolf, when you bring in a Eva Walker, when you bring in a Peyton Closton. There isn't a big drop-off. So,
all right, let's meet the starting lineups. First of all, for the designated road team tonight, the Beckman Catholic Trailblazers. Wearing number 2 is a 5'7" senior guard, Maya Mayers. Number 12 is a 5'8" junior guard, Reese Osterhaus. Number 14 is a 5'3" senior guard, Lil McDermott. Number 20 is a 6' senior forward, Jenna Lansing. And number 22 is a 5'9" senior forward, Shelby Purr. The head coach of the Trailblazers is Chris Thomason. Now let's meet the starters for the designated home team, the Appleton Parkersburg Falcons.
Hi, I'm Quinlan Schultz. I'm a sophomore guard, and I wear number 3.
And a tip by Schultz. Here comes a fast break for Schultz, lays it in, and the foul call.
Hi, I'm Ellen Waller. I'm a senior. I'm a guard, number 12.
Fake the 3, passes it across the floor to Waller. She pops up a 3 and hits it. Nothing but net for Ellen Waller.
Hi, my name's Addison Williamson. I'm a senior guard, and I wear number 20.
And here's a steal and a pickpocket by Williamson. Racing it down the floor. 5th turnover for the Sailors. Williamson left corner 3. It's good! It hit the square and dropped down through.
Hi, I'm Kendall Ryard. I'm a junior forward, and I wear number 22.
Rebound fought for, goes to Ryard. Takes a power dribble on the right block, puts it up and in for 2.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Lind. I'm a senior center, and I wear number 50.
Luring, flying to the rack, rejected again by Lind.
How nice is it to have Kennedy Lind on the back end of your press? When they shoot, she's just going to gobble up rebounds.
Hi, I'm head coach Brady Driscoll. Falcons basketball is next on KQCR.
That's good to know.
At this time, please stand and remove all hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Well, what a national anthem that was. John Mowinkle and Brian Boozman, the recording cut out, and almost instantly, everyone in here just started picking up right where it left off. That
Almost like it was planned. Almost like it was planned.
John Mowinkle, Brian Boozman. It's the Appleton-Parkersburg Falcons and the Dyersville Beckman Trailblazers. Winner of this one goes to the Class 2A Girls Basketball State Tournament. We're live in Owine, and the Falcons are one win away from heading back to state for the first time since 2019. Jenna Lansing and Kennedy Lind in the center circle to jump it up. This place is packed.
John, remnants of 93.
Ball is in the air, and the opening tip-off doesn't go very far, and it's controlled by the Trailblazers. They move it from right to left as we see it, and they throw it out of bounds, but it was tipped by AP.
Tipped by
It'll
Eddie.
stay with Beckman.
And sometimes it's good to get deflections early just to let the other team think about the passes they're going to be throwing.
All right, so they get it inbounds here with McDermott. She brings it up to the top of the circle. We're just underway here in Owine. Left side, they get it to Osterhaus. Dribbles it to the free throw line, back up top to Mayers. Guarded by Waller. She gets a tip, nearly gets a steal. Shot clock at 15. Here comes a three ball.
Wow.
It's heaved up and good by Lil McDermott. And Beckman off to a 3-0 lead. They go with some full court pressure, and now the ball is loose, and it's out of bounds to AP.
Okay, so Appleton-Parkersburg started in a 2-3 zone, which I think is an ideal defense to play against their taller gals. We'll see what happens. They're pressing, which is really interesting.
So here comes Ryard, trying to get it across half court. They throw it forward, they get it to Lind. Bounce it right side, Williamson cutting to the bucket, puts it up, and a blocking foul call on the Blazers. It almost rolled down through, but Williamson will head to the line to shoot 2 free throws here for AP, trying to get the Falcons on the board for the first time.
Really interesting that they're pressing right out of the hopper. So,
Oh, you know, AP is going to do the same as well.
Yep.
First free throw out by Williamson is good.
That shot was deep by Dyersville Beckman.
It was, yeah. At least 3-4 feet beyond the arc. Second free throw, good.
Yeah, by Eddie. We'll see how Appleton-Parkersburg press plays out. 2-2-1 full court press, trying to take some time off the clock and create turnovers.
You bet. Mayers dribbles it forward. Long pass down the floor is hauled in, and Beckman is able to break the press this time. McDermott fires it up into the lane. Lansing up and off the backboard, no good. Offensive rebound, putback miss. Rebound tapped around, and it's picked up by Q. Here she comes with a fast break. Beckman gets down quickly, and they get an offensive foul.
We're going to have to keep our emotions in check and just play the game. It's okay. It's one foul. It's one possession. One thing that is interesting, and we talked about it, they already had 3 shots in that possession based on offensive rebounds. So,
and that was one of Coach Driscoll's keys, was the rebounding.
There's a turnover.
Beckman loses it out of bounds, and AP gets it back. A chance for the Falcons to take a lead with a bucket here. It's 3-2 Beckman. 6:53 to go in the first quarter here in the regional final in Olwine.
So they're playing man-to-man, so AP's going to have to run their sets.
Lynn fires it right to Waller in the right wing, looks at the bucket behind the student section from us. Up top now to Ryard. She dribbles down to the corner right side along the baseline. Nearly stepped out of bounds. High pass for Williamson, and they get it up top. 3 ball for Schultz. It's too short. And the rebound is the Blazers.
They got a player down.
So they stop play, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Kendall Ryard right after the rebound. Maya Mayers is the injured Trailblazer.
Hurt her knee.
She's back up. Oh, she'll hobble over to the bench.
Yeah. Poor kid.
Yeah.
Minute and a half into the ball game. Your senior year, and you get hurt.
4 of the 5 starters are seniors for Beckman. The other is a junior. Here comes Osterhaus, guarded by Schultz into the front court. She stops her dribble right in front of the scorer's table, and they get it up top. Nearly a steal by Williamson, able to avoid committing the foul as well.
Another
and
turnover
they bounce
by
it out of
Beckman.
bounds. It goes to AP. Second turnover for the Trailblazers. They're averaging around 17-ish turnovers per game, which isn't great. And AP, as we've said multiple times before, they usually force teams into more turnovers than they average. Here comes Schultz into the front court at the wing right side. Gets it up top to Ryard. Kendall with a straight on 3 ball. Boom! Let's go!
Kendall Ryard, baby.
5-3. Kendall puts the Falcons in front. That's always a sigh of relief, isn't it, when you can take the lead?
And when you can hit your first shot, when you're a shooter like Kendall, you hit your first shot, it just creates momentum for you.
Beckman had an opening in the lane. Instead, Lansing brings it down. They bounce it to the right block, and a foul again on AP. That's their 3rd team foul in the first 2 minutes, 11 seconds. And it'll be the first on Ellen Waller.
So 2-3 zone out of bounds. Look at our bottom gals aren't even looking at the ball.
Inbounds pass, catch and shoot. It's Osterhaus, a 3, too strong. Rebound goes
Good
to Waller.
rebound by Ellen.
She rises up, flying into the lane, and here she comes into the front court. Falcons. Oh, here's a Waller
Bank.
3 ball.
Yeah!
Yes, she banks it in, and that'll get the crowd to life. 8-3 AP. The Blazer fans have gone silent. 5.5 to go first quarter. Lob pass up to Osterhaus in the left wing. Brings it up top. Terminates the dribble. They fired it into the lane. Hook shot on the turnaround is missed.
That's
Rebound
good.
tapped to Ryard.
Push. We got to push the pace. 2 more passes. We got a 3 with Ellen.
Q has it in the wing left side. She dribbles it left up top of the key. Bounces it up for Williamson to Waller in the left wing. And now here's a Williamson straight on 3. Oh, she missed it off the rim. Rebound Lansing.
Nobody in the lane for Applington Parkersburg for offensive rebounds. They're going to have to get somebody down there to get some offensive rebounds because we're not going to make all the shots.
4:50 to go in the first quarter. 8-3 is the Falcon lead here in the regional final in Olwine. Osterhaus fires up a right wing 3 ball. No good off the rim. Rebound goes to the Blazers and the putback is in.
She had inside position. Rebounding is that's a turnover on Applington Parkersburg. Rebounding is 2 simple things, John. It's position and effort. You got to get in the right spot, and you got to want the ball worse than the other person.
By the way, that was Shelby Pierce getting the putback for the Blazers. Now it's Osterhaus in the right wing. Thought about the 3, bounce it down to the block, and the layup is missed. Rebound tapped around, and it goes to the Blazers again. There's those offensive rebounds again here in this game early on. Now it's a loose ball on the floor. They nearly turned it over. 25 on the shot clock. Osterhaus drives along the baseline right side, stops at the block, and she's fouled on her way up to the rack. So 2 free throws coming up for Reese Osterhaus.
Should be on Kennedy Lind, I believe.
That's the 4th Falcon foul already.
It's the right defense for the Falcons to be in as a 2-3 zone. And we're just going to let them shoot and hope they miss.
And the first free throw is missed by Osterhaus. So the Falcons will take that. Still an 8-5 game. Several other regional finals going on throughout the state tonight. We'll update those as we get them. And one more coming up for Osterhaus. And that one is no good as well. Offensive rebound, putback, no good. Rebound Williamson. Here comes Waller across the timeline as we're halfway through the first quarter. Waller, she dribbles it left and hands it off up there to Ryard up at the top of the key. Spins and gets it back to Schultz. Thought about firing it up from the volleyball line. 20 on the shot clock. Q out to the corner to Waller. Nearly went out of bounds with it. Back out Q. Fake the pass left. Spins. Nearly loses it and gets the ball back. Beckman crowd wanted to travel. 7 to shoot. Here's Ryard. Trying to force up a shot. She couldn't get the bank. Rebound tapped around and it goes to the Blazers.
It's not a bad possession. Take time off the clock.
AP is the designated home team. Now it's a takeaway. Williamson throws it forward for Schultz. Fast break, layup, no good. Rebound Beckman. And a foul as they were trying to split through a double team with Osterhaus. It's a block on the Falcons, and it's the second of the game for Q. I was just going to say, AP is the designated home team. They're wearing the white jerseys tonight with red numbers. And Beckman, the designated road team, with green jerseys, gold numbers, and gold stripes as well. They're still in the backcourt. They bounce it left side. Here's McDermott, and they get it across the timeline with a couple seconds to spare. Pass across the floor. It's an 8-5 Falcon lead and a kickball violation. It'll stay with Dyersville Beckman. 3:05 to go in the first quarter.
I think an adjustment Appleton Parkersburg's going to need to make is Kennedy Lynn's going to have to front their post because that girl is just getting way deep into the post right there.
There it is. It's Lansing in the post. No, that's Pierce. She turns around and puts it in.
She's going to have to front her. It's going to be a long night.
8-7 is the Falcon lead. Here comes Eva Walker, and she couldn't get it to go off the backboard. Nice rebound for Lynn, but it's ripped away. And the rebound ultimately goes to the Blazers. And Coach Driscoll calling for a travel. Loose ball in the corner. Scramble for it. It's out of bounds, and it'll go to AP.
Ball. Good hustle on Falcons' part.
2:36 to go in the first quarter. 8-7, Appleton Parkersburg over Beckman.
Kind of started off like we had anticipated.
Yep.
Pace and size.
Here's Ryard with it on the left elbow. Back out Waller. Catch, shoot, 3 ball. Couldn't get the bank. Rebound Lynn in the fresh 35. Here's Ellen bringing it down to the right corner. Screen set up top. Now here comes Ryard rumbling down right of the lane, banging bodies. Waller faked the shot, drives it inside, and passes it to the corner. 20 to shoot. They bring it back up top. Ryard thought about the 3 ball. Here comes another 3. It's too strong. Offensive board by Walker.
Nice pass
inside
by Eva.
Williamson. Tip shot. And it's going to go to the Blazers on the rebound. They bounce it across the timeline.
Well, they are not real steady with the ball, but they're getting it done so far.
Shea Steffen is the newcomer into the Beckman lineup wearing number 10 in green. Turnaround, it's a block by Lynn, and she gets the rip away as well. Here come the Falcons with Kendall.
Good
Ryard
job.
into the front court. And it's a
call carry.
Oh, man.
It was a hesitation dribble, and she got just a little bit underneath it.
It's been a few minutes of game time here between now and the last basket for AP.
Yeah, we have a 3 by Kendall, we have a 3 by Ellen, and the 2 free throws by
Williamson.
By Williamson, yep.
Kind of a wobbly pass down the floor, but the Blazers haul it in. Still an 8-7 Falcon lead. In the lane, shot is no good. Rebound Ryard. All right, let's see if the Falcons can make a bucket here. Kendall dribbles it across the timeline. Down underneath, and it's out of bounds. Oh, the pass had too much heat on it for Closter to haul it in. And the Falcons turned it over for the 3rd time. Now each team with 3 turnovers.
That thing was humming.
Yeah, it was. Minute 15 in the first quarter. 8-7 is the AP lead. Beckman with it at half court. And Osterhaus turns around and dribbles it forward. Bounce down here to McDermott. Here's a 3 ball. Rattles it in. And Beckman leads it 10-8.
She's got 2 threes so far for him. Nice little shooter.
Here's Waller in the right wing. Trailblazers lead it by 2. She crosses over up top. Out to Ryard. Fake the pass. Dribbles behind the back and gets it away to Walker. Set the screen, and now Walker down into the lane. Oh, dangerous pass to Closter, and she misses the floater. And Beckman gets the rebound. Down to 40 seconds in the first quarter. They break the full court press with relative ease. Osweigan in the game. Now it's a pickpocket for Ryard. Bounces it left for Waller. Down to the lane. Around to the
defender. Good take by Ellen.
Layup is in.
Good Euro step to get around that. I was afraid she was going to get a charge.
10
Another turnover.
And a steal by Osweigan. Lobs it up for Waller. At the block left side in the lane.
Get in there.
Shot is no good, but a foul is called. And Ellen to shoot 2 free throws. What a turn of events here in the last minute or so. It was a 3-ball by Lil McDermott of the Trailblazers to put them in front, and now Waller at the free throw line. Try to put the Falcons in the lead again. And the first one's good. 11-10 AP. Ellen Waller, 72% on the year. Second free throw. Let's go. Rattles it in.
4 for 4 from the line for the Falcons. That's a good sign.
Yep. Only 2 of 8 against Denver. 12-10 is the AP lead. 18 seconds left first quarter. And the Blazers have the ball still in the backcourt. Let's see what they do here. Got to get it somewhere. And they do finally get it across the timeline here. Steffen dribbles it with a left hand. Bounce it to the wing. Lob it inside. Here's a post move. Lansing. Layup is short. Gets her own board. Putback is in with a 1 second. And that'll just about be it for the first quarter. Appleton, Parkersburg, and Dyersville Beckman all tied up at 12 as we head to the second quarter here in Oline. Back after this on 98.9 KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network.
We know this is more than a farm. It's your home. It's where you inspire the next generation to help feed the world. And Greenbelt Bank and Trust is proud to support all levels of the ag process. We believe in forming personal relationships because we believe Iowa farmers are needed now more than ever. Visit greenbeltbank.com and discover how we can help your operation reach the next level of financial success.
The definition of sportsmanship is the quality of showing fairness.
Respect and generosity towards the opposing team and officials.
The things you say and do are a direct reflection of your school and community.
Please stay positive and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
It's time for the second quarter here inside the Oline High School Gymnasium. John Mowinkle and Brian Boozman. We're all tied up at 12-12. Appleton, Parkersburg, and Dyersville Beckman Catholic here in this regional final. Falcons with a basketball. Ryard up top, fires it in. Nice
Good
pass
play.
to Lind. Oh, she missed the jumper.
Really nice play.
What do you think of the pace of this game so far? Beckman in control a little bit, you think?
Yes, it is. I'm surprised at how athletic they actually are.
Here's a block shot by Lind.
Based on what I heard. And the gal's back with the knee, so good for her.
Turnaround shot too strong. Fight for the rebound. It goes to Lind and ultimately over to Williamson. Man, they're tenacious on the boards, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They really go after it. And, you know, they're taking close shots, so you got a pretty good chance of getting an offensive rebound that way.
Lob it up
back
to
door
Lind.
cut.
Nice move to Williamson. Pushes it too strong off the backboard. And here come the Blazers. We're tied up at 12, and they turn it over. Back to AP. That pass was too high out of bounds. And so far the Blazers with 4 turnovers, AP with 3. You know, I think AP is used to turning teams over a lot more than they're currently doing. Just underway here in the second quarter. We're tied up at 12. Neither team has scored in the period so far. Lind has it up top. Waller looks at the bucket, drives in, spins, and kicks it out to Schultz. Drives down left to the lane. Here comes mid-range jumper, too strong by Lind. Oh, but the rebound right into Quinlan's hands. Gets her own rebound, fight for the rebound, and her reverse shot is no good. Oh, I think they could have got a better look than that.
Well, she stuck with it. It's just,
And now Beckman nearly turns it over. Tip ball. There's Williamson rising up. Bounce it forward for Q. Layup missed. There's Waller.
good job by Ellen following it up. You never know. You always have to assume that they're going to miss the shot when they're going in for a layup.
And that's maybe nerves, don't you think, a little bit?
Well,
At
there's
least to some extent.
Yep, absolutely. Here's another
Here's a
turnover
steal
by Beckman.
Ryard. And she takes it all the way herself and lays it
I
in.
think AP may have found the recipe.
Timeout, Blazers. 6:16 to go, second quarter. We will take it as well. Appleton Parkersburg has gotten into a little bit of a rhythm as we are rolling here in the second period.
Pit Stop Auto Service and Detailing. We're called Pit Stop for a reason. When timeliness and accuracy matters, we're the best auto shop to turn to. Repairs, maintenance, and detailings are the core of our business. Stop on by our location at 108 6th Street, Parkersburg when you need to take a pit stop.
The score of any game is generally forgotten over time,
but the actions of players, coaches, and fans are remembered.
Sportsmanship is an attitude that can have a positive influence on everyone around you.
In the stands and on the court.
How do you want to be remembered?
Support your team positively and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game. And enjoy the game.
Oh, shoot, I'm not. The Falcons with a takeaway out of the timeout. Beckman turns it over again. Here they come. 3-ball. It's Waller. Oh, she couldn't get the bank.
It's close.
But the Falcons lead at 16-12 here with 5:55 in the second quarter out of the Blazer timeout. Turnaround shot is missed. Rebound in the lane, and jump ball is called. It'll stay with Beckman.
Boy, they're getting their post gal is just getting right down in there, but isn't able to hit the shot at point blank, which is really working well for the Falcons right now. Just got to hope that she keeps missing.
Blazers to inbound right underneath their bucket with a fresh shot clock here. They hand it off in the right side corner. And here comes Mayers dribbling it to the left. Now back to the right, guarded closely by Waller. Try to get the trap down there in the corner.
Another
steal by Kendall. Falcons push it forward. Here comes Waller. Takes it to the lane.
Yeah.
It in. 18-12 AP.
They got to keep pushing the pace. Beckman will not be able to keep up with this pace just based on their ball handling.
Lansing bodies on Lynn, and a foul is called on AP, so 2 free throws coming up for Dyersville Beckman. It'll be Jenna Lansing to the free throw line, a chance for her first points of the game. Ellen Waller already into double figures with 11 points after that last layup.
And Kennedy Lind will be taking a seat. She has 2 fouls. Taplin and Parkersburg's 6th team foul.
Meanwhile, Beckman only has 2. First free throw by Lansing is no good. Bounced on the rim. By the way, the leading scorers for the Blazers are Reese Osterhaus and Shelby Pierce, each with just over 10 points per game. And you had said at the top of the broadcast they average as a team 45 per game. But I guess nice balance on top for a low-scoring team.
I'd say they're right on pace for 45.
Yeah. And one more free throw coming up. And it's no good. Missed them both. Tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Blazers. The visitor side, where the Blazer fans are sitting, is absolutely full. AP side is a little bit larger because it's the home side, but it's mostly full as well.
Good student section.
Amen. It's a whiteout theme tonight for the Falcon students. 5:17 to go till halftime. 18-12 AP. Here comes a deep three. Missed too short. Rebound tapped, and it goes to Williamson down low.
Yeah, limiting them to 1 shot is going to be very advantageous for the Falcons.
Closer takes a dribble. Step back jumper is missed. Rebound Blazers. Waller rises up high, try to get the steal. And there's a steal by
Good
Schultz.
bounce pass.
Bounce it to Ellen. Hesitation. Easiest layup of her life. 20-12 AP.
I think our athleticism is really going to give them fits, especially as they wear down going into the second half.
Blazers nearly just turned it over again. Down to the baseline, layup is in. And that breaks the seal for the Blazers here with 4.5 to go in the second quarter, their first points of the period. And now it's going to be a blocking foul.
Charge.
Oh, shoot. All right.
Is that Quinlan's second or third?
I believe that is her second. I think she had one earlier as well. She had an offensive foul earlier. Waiting for him to flash it up on the board. No video board tonight like we're accustomed to.
We're spoiled in some gyms that have their name or their number and how many points and how many fouls.
That was Quinlan's third foul.
Okay. She's going to have to sit the rest of the half.
And in comes Eva Walker. So the 5 on the floor for AP right now: Walker, Waller, Oswegen, Ryard, and Closter. 3 bench players in the game right now. Beckman still in the backcourt, and they get a forward here with Trista Schmidt in the game for the first time. Loses it on the floor, picks it back up. Tight defense on the perimeter by Oswegen on Osterhaus. They fired inside. There's Closter to cause the disruption. Loose ball, and it's picked up. Oh, now a scramble for the ball. Jump ball, it'll go to AP. 20-14 is the Falcon lead. Happy you're tuning in to tonight's broadcast, however you are doing so, whether it be on 98.9 KQCR or on the Falcon Activities Network on YouTube or on Dumont Telephone Company Cable TV, channel 994. Here comes Oswegen, fired inside of Closter. Back out to Oswegen, popped up a 3 ball. Too short, rebound Blazers. It's Osterhaus, guarded by Walker down the floor on the full court press by AP.
Their size has given us a little bit of fits in the paint. Peyton just didn't feel comfortable down there turning and going after the shot.
And now a drive through, tapped out
Should
of bounds.
be
It'll
AP
go to
ball.
AP. Yep.
Yeah.
Down to 3:37 to go until halftime. 20-14 is the Falcon lead.
Well, how about a shout out to Kelly Eilderts again for bringing the show on the road. Then there's over 500 people watching all over the United States, internationally. So it's really nice that people can stay home, watch the game. And we'll get back to that here in just a minute.
Here's Closter, looking to pass, gets it left to Walker. Now she looks to pass and gets to Ryard. Down to the block left side. Gets it out to Walker, fake the three. Into the lane, lots of contact, and a block on the Blazers. That's just their third team foul here of this first half.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't the nicest weather today. Some people wanted to stay home, and so they can watch. And it's one of the great things our school's able to do is take the show on the road and let people watch and listen to it on KQCR.
Absolutely. Inbound Oswego. Now a turnaround shot by Ryder.
Oh, that's
Gets
nice.
it to go. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was great.
Kendall now up to 5 points, and it's 22-14, tied for the largest Falcon lead of the game. Lob it up forward where it's caught by Lansing, nearly loses it along the baseline. Up top to McDermott, she dribbles it right, bounce it down into the post, and the turnaround shot is missed. And a foul on the rebound as Kaylee Lehman is in the game for the first time for Beckman Catholic.
Their coach is a lot more patient man than I am. I think they've missed 7 shots, point blank range. And I mean, if they hit half those, it's tied up, right? And they're 0 for 2 from the line. So Falcons going to need to continue to push the pace and stay in that 2-3 zone. We can't just get out of it because they're having some success.
First free throw by Lansing is good. Several bounces on the rim.
1 for 3 from the line for her.
By the way, 2 regional finals in Class 2A got postponed tonight. Central Lyon versus Hinton and Sibley Ocheyedan versus Sioux Central. So the state brackets won't be out until those games are done tomorrow night. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, though. Second free throw missed by Lansing, and the rebound goes to Bella Boozman. Emma Wolf in the game as well. She fires it down court to Waller. Lobs it right side for Boozman. Thought about the three. Inside Closter, had it tapped away, but the loose ball picked up by Wolf.
Just work it.
Waller going side to side, out to Boozman. Covered up quickly. She dribbles it right and bounces it to Wolf. Back out to Waller. Up top to Closter. Here she comes a 15-footer, too strong. Rebound tapped. Oh, and it's saved along the baseline.
Boy, she's doing a tightrope.
I was just going to say tightrope along that baseline.
There's a travel.
No call, and into the front court come the Blazers. Osterhaus down underneath. Contested pass. Layup too strong. Offensive board putback. No.
There's 9 misses in the paint.
To the Blazers, to the dismay of the Falcon fans.
Ooh.
9 misses in the paint, huh?
9 misses in the paint.
That's got to sting if you're a Blazers fan.
Oh. And I'm sure they've been counting on that all year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Coach Driscoll has said that that's what they do. They go through their posts. They're successful when their posts are playing well. 2:10 to play here. And now a wide open McDermott.
Toledo.
3 ball is no good. Rebound goes to Oswego. Here comes Wolf. Nearly lost the dribble. Gets it down floor to Waller. Deep 3 ball by Ellen. Too strong. Rebound goes to the Blazers. Falcons going for the rip away.
To the Blazers.
So Beckman will retain possession here. It's 22-15 with about 56 until halftime. Other games in the NICL tonight. Hudson takes on Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont. That's in Marshalltown. Blazers with a basketball, and they travel with it.
I think they're going to have to find a replacement for her. Feel bad for her. Just can't go on the knee. She gave it a shot.
She's hobbling, so that's tough to see.
That is.
Also, Dyke New Hartford is taking on Bellevue. That is over in Manchester tonight. Trainer is playing Panorama. Underwood is playing Pocahontas Area. That's in Carroll. Newell Fonda is beating AGWSR 22-6 right now after the first quarter. That's in Fort Dodge. Up top, it's Wolf here in Olwine. Minute 35 till halftime. Out to Waller, top of the key. Fake the shot. Drives down right of the lane. Round of the defender. And she couldn't get the wild shot to go. Oh. And it's a loose ball picked up by Osterhaus. Tipped at half court, picked up by the Blazers, and they get it across. 22-15, now a tip, nearly a steal. Jump ball, it'll go to the Falcons.
Go to the Falcons. So 22-15, 1:15 to go in the half. Appleton Parkersburg has 8 team fouls. Dyersville has 3.
All right, so the Falcons with the ball. It's Waller to bring it across half court. 1 minute, 8 seconds left in the first half. Williamson has it in the left wing, does a jab step. Now she dribbles it right to the free throw line and a dish pass back out to Waller. Up top, Peyton closer with a 3-ball, too short. Flicks the ball.
Boy, good hustle by
out of bounds by Oswagon.
Lexi, yes.
And now the Blazers beat the Falcons down the floor, but a layup is missed.
They just cannot buy a basket.
Toss pass deep to Waller, tapped out of bounds, it'll go to AP.
A good call by the official. The ball came right at his head, but he was able to maintain his composure.
Yep. So 44 seconds left and a timeout called by Coach Driscoll, 30 seconds, so we'll keep it right here. It's Appleton Parkersburg at 22, Dyersville Beckman 15, and the Falcons will have the ball with basically a full shot clock, 30 seconds to be exact. So, well, what do you think here last 44 seconds of the first half?
Well, I think what Coach Driscoll's talking to the kids about right now is, well, Ellen's gassed. She's been out there most of the game. So I think what he needs to do is he's going to set up a play. We just need to get a good shot, probably either in the paint or kick it back out for an open 3, but also to be patient. You know, you don't want to shoot it early in the shot clock. You just want to run it down and get a good shot.
At the half, Mediapolis leads Iowa City Regina 28-21. That one, I believe, in Muscatine tonight. No update from Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, and Hudson. Also no update from Dyke, New Hartford, and Bellevue either.
I tried to get Kendall Ryert a shot if I could.
Here's Waller, fires it right. They feed it inside to Ryert, turns around to the right block, and kicks back out to the corner.
You got plenty of time.
17 on the shot clock. Lob it right side to left side to Closter. Runner in the lane, no good. Man, you usually see Peyton hit those.
Yeah, she likes that little runner in the lane.
And a foot shuffle. Now it's nearly a steal by Oswagon, picked up by the Blazers in the backcourt, down to 15 seconds. Coach Driscoll wanted a travel call. Jumper is good from the left block. 22-17.
Keep your eye on the clock, Els. It's 5 seconds.
Here comes Ryert into the front court. Get a left. Deep 3 by Waller. Way too short. And that brings us to the half. Appleton Parkersburg 22. Dyersville Beckman 17. As we head to halftime here inside the Olwine High School Gymnasium, winner is going to the state tournament.
From paints to socks, toys to tools, Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center has it all. Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center, voted the world's best small town hardware. 504 Highway 57, Parkersburg. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 on Saturdays, and noon to 5 on Sundays.
Sometimes I worry.
Sometimes I'm scared.
Sometimes I'm overwhelmed.
Sometimes I cry.
And that's okay, because sometimes is not all the time.
It will be okay. You got this.
You got this.
You got this.
Keep up to speed with Velocity Rewards Checking from Greenbelt Bank and Trust. Earn high interest with our best checking account rate available on balances up to $25,000. Receive your monthly statement electronically. Use your debit card 10 times per month and have one automatic payment or debit each cycle. Open your account today with Greenbelt Bank and Trust. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Up by 5.
Yeah.
Pit Stop Auto Service and Detailing. We're called Pit Stop for a reason. When timeliness and accuracy matters, we're the best auto shop to turn to. Repairs, maintenance, and detailings are the core of our business. Stop on by our location at 108 6th Street, Parkersburg when you need to take a pit stop. Bayer Crop Science and the Iowa Foundation team are proud to sponsor the Falcons and our local producers. Contact the Bayer team in Parkersburg at 319-346-1800 for soybean seed production opportunities in Butler and Grundy counties for the 2023 growing season. Also visit career.bayer.us for career opportunities within Bayer.
We're back live inside the Olwine High School Gymnasium. John Mowinkle and Brian Boozman with you here as we've reached halftime of the Falcon-Beckman girls game here. There, we got the headset back on. Just about halfway through the halftime here, but it's 22-17. 15th ranked Appleton Parkersburg leads Dyersville Beckman by 5 here at the break. AP outscored the Blazers 10-5 in the second period after we were tied at 12 after the first. The story of the game so far, AP has been able to use that press, force turnovers, but also on the other hand, Beckman has missed a lot of layups. You said 9, I think it was?
They've missed 9 point-blank shots.
Yeah, maybe not necessarily layups, but
technical
form, but
they're
yes.
between the block and the basket, so I'd call that point-blank. Now, they aren't uncontested. I mean, there's somebody in their face, and they're having to move, they're just having to shoot over somebody, but it typically, you should make half those, so.
Yeah. And I think, I think that early in that second quarter, where AP really started racking up some of those steals, and I think that really kind of gave the Falcons a little bit more confidence in this game after, it was tied after the first quarter. Oh my gosh, we have this game, which we still do, but Falcons still got to be comfortable with where they're at right now. I mean, you lead by 5 in a regional final. I mean, you can't ask
I'd
for more
rather
than
be
that.
up 5 than down 5.
Right.
So we're ahead by 5 points. We aren't shooting the ball the greatest either, but what we are doing is, and at one point in time I mentioned we found the recipe, is we just got to keep getting steals, but what you have to do, you don't always have to just capitalize immediately after getting a steal. Sometimes it's just them not having the ball is enough. Get set up, run your offense, and get a good shot. I'd try to get Kendall Ryder as many touches as I could this half. I think if she has success this half, it's going to be a really good night for the Falcons.
Yeah, so she has just 5 points so far. Pretty crazy that, she only has 5 at this point of the game. But Ellen Waller has 13 as well. What do you think of her play so far? I mean, she is in her senior year trying to will her way into the state tournament with this team as well, and she's put on a good show tonight as well.
I've known Ellen not her whole life, I'll just say her school life, but since she's started playing basketball, I'm sure her family goal was to get to the state tournament. And you're 16 minutes away from getting to the ultimate goal that every kid has when they put on a uniform, is to play in Des Moines. We're up by 5, and she's a warrior. She's going to lay it all out there. Nobody's going to play harder than her. So we're going to need her, but I still think we're going to need Kendall Ryard to make some big shots, because she's one of the few people right now that we have that I feel comfortable shooting in the lane, just because she's pretty nifty.
Falcons are coming back out on the floor, and so are the Blazers. And a big round of applause from everyone in here. Some score updates from around Class 2A and the North Iowa Cedar League. At the half, it's Dike New Hartford 41, Bellevue 11. So
they're right on their heels.
right.
Yeah.
Nail biter over in Manchester tonight. Let's see. AGWSR was trailing to Newell Fonda, so we've got another update there. At the half, it's 45-23. Newell Fonda with the lead, so it's looking rough for the Cougars right now.
That's interesting, because Ackley is really good.
Right. But, so is Newell Fonda.
Yep, they got history over there.
That's kind of a powerhouse in Class 1A. Anyway, Underwood is playing Pocahontas. It's Pocahontas area 24, Underwood 17. Looks like that is at the half as well. No update from Trainer and Panorama as of yet. A quick refresh here. See if we can get another update. Does not look like any update there. Also, Minneapolis is leading Iowa City Regina 37-26 with 4.5 left in the third quarter. And no update yet from Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont against Hudson. That one taking place in Marshalltown. And then, like we said, 2 regional finals in Class 2A were postponed tonight. That's Central Lyon versus Hinton and Sibley Ocheyedan versus Sioux Central. Those will be played tomorrow night. So that's when the brackets will be finalized. We got to take one more timeout. We'll come back, and it'll be the second half. It's Appleton Parkersburg 22, Dyersville Beckman 17 here in Olwine.
We know this is more than a farm. It's your home. It's where you inspire the next generation to help feed the world. And Greenbelt Bank and Trust is proud to support all levels of the ag process. We believe in forming personal relationships because we believe Iowa farmers are needed now more than ever. Visit greenbeltbank.com and discover how we can help your operation reach the next level of financial success.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete. Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
It's just about time for the second half here inside the Old-Wide High School Gymnasium. John Denver's getting everyone pumped up as we start this third quarter. Country roads, take me home, baby.
Tell you what, John, this will be the biggest 16 minutes in these kids' lives. They'll never, ever replay this time again in their life. A full house, a regional final, chance to go to Des Moines. It rivals anything in sports. It's better than playing in the well because of the anticipation and what it means to your school to make it. So let's do it.
Blazers with a basketball, straight on three as we get rolling in the third quarter. It's airballed short. Bounce it back in, and it's saved into Williamson. They try to get the pickpocket, and it's out of bounds to the Blazers.
Little McDermott is, she's feisty.
Yeah, she is.
Lil, yeah, her name is Lil. I
would
saying
have to
Little.
imagine short for Lily.
Yeah, Lily, but or she's Lil.
Right.
No.
She's not that little.
No,
though. Well,
she's
she is
just
5'3", I guess. But.
She is a hard-nosed gal. I don't even know her, but she plays hard.
Just underway here in the third quarter, 22-17 Falcons. Waller, her defender falls to the floor, and Ellen Waller hits a deep three. Falcons lead it by 8. It's tied for their largest lead of the game. Into the front court come the Blazers. Holding it overhead, and it's tipped. Oh, nearly lost by Beckman, but they pick it back up. Here's McDermott up top of the logo. 18 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Osterhouse feeds it inside, and it's a foul on the shot by Lansing.
I don't know who the foul is on, Quinlan.
I think it might be.
Yeah, That's her fourth foul.
Ouch.
Must have hit her from behind.
Yeah, it looks like she got the forearm from behind on the shot.
With 4 minutes and 28 seconds left, she got her third foul in the second quarter, and now there's 7:05, and she's got her fourth.
That's got to be so deflating as a player, especially in a game like this.
You can't get in a rhythm when you're sitting on the bench.
First free throw is good by Lansing, by the way.
And then when you come in with 4 fouls, I mean, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I can't get one more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to play quite as hard as I normally would because I don't want to foul out.
Second free throw is good after it bounced on the rim. 2 for 2, it's 25-19. Beckman hanging around in this thing. Waller dribbles it right, throws it left now to Ryard. Hand off to Waller. Fake the three. Drives it to lane. Elbow to runner.
She is on fire.
Let's go. 18 points for Ellen Waller. And she's playing hounding defense in the backcourt. Beckman's got to get it across, and they do. They throw it down into the lane with Lansing. Turnaround shot is blocked. Loose ball toward the baseline, and it's out of bounds to Beckman.
Oh, yeah, this should be Appleton and Parkersburg ball.
There it is. Still some full court defense here for Beckman. And now they'll ease back off of it as McDermott backpedals into the front court. 6.5 minutes to play third quarter. Williamson overhead down to Wolf in the right corner. Feed it into the block right side to Ryard. Dangerous pass, but Lynn's there to pick it up. Shot is missed. Out to Waller. Fake the three. Drives to the elbow and kicks it behind to Williamson.
Just work it.
Down into the lane, and she hits the floor, and it's out of bounds to Beckman.
We'll see how our press does. This is the first time, we've really got set up right here in full court. So 2-2-1. See how Beckman handles this.
Here comes Osterhouse dribbling it. Stops still in the backcourt. And they do get it across the timeline here with Steffen. Left side layup is missed. Rebound tapped around. Chased down by Wolf. They push the pace forward. And here's Waller. Crosses over right in front of her team bench. Now back to the left. Out to Wolf. Brings it up top. Behind for Waller. 27-19 is the Falcon lead. They have not led by more than 8 points. Wolf to Waller. Looks at the bucket. Shot clock down to 12.
Plenty of time.
Left. Here's Williamson. Ryard up top, down underneath. Inside Wolf. Sidestep down for DeLynn, and her jumper is blocked. So here comes Beckman. They quickly get it down the floor. Shot is missed.
Good rebound by Emma. So they're only getting one shot, which is really advantageous for Appleton Parkersburg.
Ryard splits through traffic.
There we
Runner's
go.
No good, too strong. Rebound goes to McDermott. And they throw it away over toward the sideline. Osterhaus wasn't ready for it. And it's back to AP. That's got to be tough. You didn't know the ball's coming to you. Just hits her in the back of the shoulder, and they turn it over for the 9th time in this game. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Here comes Waller. She dribbles it right around a Lind screen. Back left to
good move.
A little shimmy shake, floater in the lane. Oh, she couldn't get it to fall. Similar story as Beckman.
Next time she does that, she comes to a jump stop, bounce pass. Kennedy has a wide open layup.
One arm pass down to Lansing, and Pierce is posting up. Lansing puts it in off the backboard.
27-21, 4:30 to go in the third quarter.
Waller gets the play call from Coach Driscoll. Crosses over to her left, kicks it out top to Ryard. Dribbles behind the back. Good handles there. Wolf into the lane, back out Ryard, fake the shot. Bodies her defender. Out here's a wide open Wolf three. Rattled in and out.
That went everywhere but in. We're pressing on misses, which is really hard to do to get your kids organized to do that.
Lob it out of bounds, and Beckman turns it over. They had the AP press beat, but the pass was just too strong, and it just flies out of bounds.
They had the advantage, but weren't able to capitalize.
You think that's partially a result of the press, that bad pass like that?
Absolutely, because she's going at a pace that, I just got to get rid of it and throw a little bit high.
Beckman with double-digit turnovers. That's their 10th of the game. We're past the halfway mark of the third quarter. Ryard with a three ball. 30-21, and that's the largest lead of the game for AP.
Got to get her and keep her going.
And they just barely get it across. Oh, and it's a travel at half court. They were really close to a 10-second call, but instead, it's a turnover either way. It's Beckman's 11th turnover. And the Falcons can really stretch the advantage here, leading at 30-21. A bucket puts them up double digits. Williamson, lob pass to Ryard, stops the right block. Here's Addie with a three ball.
Go! Goes the dynamite! Addie Williamson up by 12. Timeout, Beckman.
Or never mind, it was a Beckman timeout.
30, it's a 30.
Why would Brady call a timeout there? 33-21 is the Falcon lead, their largest of the game so far. And a huge three ball by Addie Williamson. She's got 5 points in the game, but 3 big ones right there. And Beckman is starting to get put on the run a little bit here. See if we can get some score updates. I'm really interested in that Hudson versus Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont game, but no updates from that yet. How about this little spurt that the Falcons are on?
Oh, yeah, well, it started with a Kendall Ryard three, then you get an Addie Williamson three, and all of a sudden you can expand that lead. We're going to get another steal here, I have the feeling. Dyersville is right now on the brink, I think, of kind of having a little bit of a collapse. We'll see what they're made out of.
Osterhaus down to the lane. Shot is rejected. Falcons take it away. Williamson races down the floor. Terminates the dribble. Throws it left to Ryard. Here comes a three. Too strong. Rebound is ripped away by the Blazers.
Boy, she's an athlete.
Into the front court comes Beckman Catholic. 33-21 Falcons, and a foul from behind on Ryard.
She really establishes low post. Their coach has done a nice job before this game of getting his kids to understand where you post, because she's posting in a spot that when she catches it, the only thing she can do is go up. We can't do anything about it.
And the first free throw is good.
So what Appleton Parkersburg needs to do, you need to meet the girl at the elbow and not let her establish post position. You need to start guarding her before she gets down to the post.
And the second free throw too strong. Rebound tapped around, and it goes to Blazers. A chance for more here. And it's a foul on the rebound.
Over the back.
.248 to go in the third quarter. 33-22 is the Falcon lead. Here in Olwine over Dyersville Beckman in the regional final. Here's Ryard in the left wing, gets it up top to Lynn. Now Wolf feeds a pass inside to Kendall. Fake the shot, baseline drive, reverse layup, no good. Rebound goes to the Blazers. And they push it forward and nearly lose it out of bounds. It was tapped by AP, so it'll stay with Beckman here. Down to 2.5 to go in the third quarter.
So Kennedy should start guarding that gal right now instead of letting her establish post position.
Here comes McDermott into the front court for the Trailblazers. Throws it down to the corner behind the student section for AP. They nearly lost it out of bounds. They get it up top, around the perimeter. McDermott fires up a left wing three ball. Too short.
Off
it bounced off.
It's hard to prepare yourself for a rebound that hits the bottom of the rim.
Right.
And we're not ready.
Here comes the three ball, and it's good by McDermott.
That ball got out. The ball got from the referee to their kid and in quick. It's only an 8-point lead, John, with 1:50 to go.
Yeah. 33-25, a minute 50 left in the third quarter. And off to Waller, fake the three. Does a spin move down the right side of the lane. It's blocked out of bounds. Waller was face down along the baseline and gets back up. She is laying it all on the line tonight.
Yep. She's played a lot better defense the last couple games, and not that she wasn't playing good defense,
inbounds
but really
to Ryard,
good.
three ball off the inbounds. Let's go!
Kendall Ryard, as I mentioned at halftime, she goes, we go.
36-25, down to 90 seconds left in the third. And the "We Can't Hear You" chant has come out. Shot is missed by Osterhaus.
Great
Rebound
position,
Williamson.
but we need to push it.
Waller across the timeline. Fake the shot. Down to Wolf. A little wide for her, but she's able to reach out and grab it. Cutting into the lane is Williamson. Layup good! And the foul called.
It was a good cut by Addie. Good give and go. Did a nice job on a backdoor cut from Kennedy. Kennedy does a nice job passing from the post.
It's the first foul of the game for Kaylee Lehman of the Blazers. So a minute 12 left in the third quarter and an and one opportunity for Addie Williamson. And here it is, rattles it in.
She's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. A made three and a made two.
Into the front court come the Blazers, nearly, but they turn it over. Oh, they almost turned it over. 26-25, there's the 10-second. Fist bump by Coach Driscoll. And the Falcons will get it back.
Kids are playing well right now.
Everyone is pumped up. And Beckman appears to be a little shell-shocked at this point. Hudson by 4 late in the third quarter.
Compliments of Roger Oberhauser.
You bet. They feed it inside to Ryder.
Back at that. That is unbelievable. Wow.
Let's go.
Got to get Kendall Ryard the ball and things will happen.
41-25 Falcons. 43 seconds left in the third. Rumbling to the paint. Here's McDermott again.
Rebound.
She's dangerous. Rebound Kendall Ryard.
There's another layup.
Down the floor. Waller one-on-one has it knocked from behind. And it's out of bounds to AP.
Good pace. Good pace. Up 16 with 33.5. Boy, you can almost. There's 33.5 left in the quarter, 31 on the shot clock, so you can just, if we have to, we could just take one shot.
All right. Here's Kendall with it. Turns around at the elbow. Fake the shot. Kicks it back out Williamson. Down to 25 seconds in the third. Three ball. It's Oswagon. Too short. Rebound in the lane. Tapped around to the Blazers. So here comes Osterhaus, weaving it down the floor, guarded by Osweg. They throw it right, down to the corner, inside to the post. That's Pierce spinning around. Pierce with it again, 5 seconds left, out to the corner, Osterhaus 3, no good off the rim, Williamson the board, 1 second, three-quarter court heave is short. But Appleton-Parkersburg is 8 minutes away from going to the state tournament. They lead Dyersville Beckman 41-25 as we go to the fourth here in Oline.
From paints to socks, toys to tools, Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center has it all. Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center, voted the world's best small town hardware. 504 Highway 57, Parkersburg. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 on Saturdays, and noon to 5 on Sundays.
Bayer Crop Science and the Iowa Foundation team are proud to sponsor the Falcons and our local producers. Contact the Bayer team in Parkersburg at 319-346-1800 for soybean seed production opportunities in Butler and Grundy counties for the 2023 growing season. Also visit career.bayer.us for career opportunities within Bayer.
It's time for the fourth quarter here in Oline. John Mowinkle, Brian Boozman with you here. 41-25 is the Falcon lead over Dyersville Beckman. 1 game away from the state tournament. 8 minutes away. Runner is no good by Waller. Several bounces on the back of the rim.
It's a nice weave offense by AP there.
Into the front court comes Beckman, nearly lost. Scramble for the ball. And a travel is called. This will be on AP.
I love our students. I just wish I could see it through.
Right.
If they were invisible, it'd be one thing.
There's just that one spot on the floor where kind of screened off a little bit from our perspective. So Beckman inbound, they get it into the corner. Here comes a three ball, good.
Nice shot.
Who even won? That was Osterhaus.
Osterhaus, yep, that was a nice shot. Good rotation.
Hidden from our view.
41-28, so the Falcons need to continue to move the ball, get good shots. They just need to get to 50 points, John, and it should be over.
Quinlan Schultz playing with 4 fouls. She was saddled early in the third quarter when she got that 4. 3 in the first half. Williamson feeds it into Lynn. Deep right elbow, back out to Ryard. Thought about the 3, around her defender, and back up to Ryard. 8 to shoot. Down to the post. Ball's on the floor and picked up by Beckman.
Foul on, double dribble.
Oh, hey, we'll take that. 41-28.
Beckman crowd didn't like it. They were closer than we were. I thought Addie reached in and was going to get a foul.
Yeah. It was very suspicious when that whistle was blown as well. So here's Waller still in the backcourt. Again, 41-28 is the AP lead. And a tip ball.
Oh.
And Waller gets tripped up. And the Falcon fans to their feet.
Yep, now's when you've got to have to regain your composure. Yep. The play's over, let's just move forward. Just get steals. We can't control what the referees do.
Down to 6:45 left in the fourth quarter. They throw it down floor. Here's Lansing down to the block, rises up, layup too strong. Offensive board, put back, miss. But free throws coming up after another foul.
Yeah, and that was on. I'm going to watch the referee. Quinlan Schultz, that's her 5th.
And she will head to the bench. She's fouled out of the game. Frustrating night for her.
Yeah, I don't, that was interesting. That flurry down there, I really couldn't see what happened.
Make a note of that here. Foul out
6:36.
6:36. So this will be Shelby Pierce shooting free throws for the Blazers. And the first one too strong. On the season, Beckman is shooting under 50% of the line, just 49.3%. Big oof, huh?
Yep, that's something to keep in mind going down the stretch.
And the second free throw is good. 1 for 2. 41-29. It's a 12-point Falcon lead with 6.5 to go, fourth quarter.
You got to go meet the pass now. You can't assume that the pass is going to come to you. You've got to go meet it to make sure you can get it. Shorten up the passing lanes.
Waller dribbles it left at the top of the key. Nice move between the legs. Down underneath and an offensive foul. And they get Ellen for that, her second foul of the game. First one came very early on. Well, the door is still open for a Beckman comeback. Don't get too comfortable yet, Falcon fans. 41-29. Winner of this goes to the state tournament. They get it across half court with 2 seconds to spare. Osterhaus has it in the right wing. Splits down into the lane. Off of Lynn, partially blocked. Offensive board. Another putback was blocked, and the layup is in. It's down to a 10-point game.
If we don't score here, I think Appleton Parkersburg should take a timeout. If we don't score, we don't have the ball, we can't do it. But the next time we get the ball, we should take a timeout if we aren't able to score.
Here's Kendall Ryard with it. Now everyone's on their feet. And a foul from behind on the Blazers.
If nothing else, just to talk to the girls about we got to keep our composure going down the stretch and act like you've been here before.
The Falcons with 2 big wins the postseason so far. Looking for number 3 right here. Players hit the floor.
3 on the floor.
No foul is called. Beckman has the ball. Here's Osterhaus. Fire it down into the lane. Turnaround shot. No good. But another offensive board. It's ripped away. And a foul is called on AP.
Addie Williamson.
And that's her first. Again.
Yeah, we're going to. It was a good idea. As I mentioned earlier, I thought this is the right time to get one.
41-31. Full timeout, Coach Driscoll. We will take it as well. Here with 5:22 left in the fourth quarter. Winner goes to the state tournament here in OOI.
From paints to socks, toys to tools, Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center has it all. Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center, voted the world's best small town hardware. 504 Highway 57, Parkersburg. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 on Saturdays, and noon to 5 on Sundays.
Pit Stop Auto Service and Detailing. We're called Pit Stop for a reason. When timeliness and accuracy matters, we're the best auto shop to turn to. Repairs, maintenance, and detailings are the core of our business. Stop on by our location at 108 6th Street, Parkersburg when you need to take a pit stop.
I just realized that was a quick timeout.
Very quick. Turnover.
And a steal.
Dyersville. Just run the offense, gals.
It's a steal out of the inbounds pass. Here's Waller up top, and the Falcons with their 14th takeaway of the game. Here's Wolf with it. Falcons into the front court. 5 minutes to play in regulation. They lead at 41-31 here in Olwine. Williamson gets a pass to Ryard up top of the key. Back to the basket. Now gets it left. Now inside to Lind. Down underneath, and it's stolen along the baseline by Beckman. This game is not over just yet. Here come the Blazers. Osterhaus spins, gets it into the lane, bounces it underneath. Pierce, layup is no good, but a foul call. What do you think of, you think it's more of Beckman's recipe here down the stretch that's getting him back in this thing, or?
I think it's a combination of a couple things. Beckman is realizing there's 4 minutes left. We're going to have to go. Appleton Parkersburg just isn't running their offense right now, and they aren't able to make their free throws, which is very beneficial for Appleton Parkersburg. So we just need to check out here, either get the rebound and get it out of bounds, and then get set up and run an offense on the other end.
So both free throws missed there. Falcons with a rebound. And that's huge, like you said. The missed free throws. Wolf holds it overhead in the left wing. Up top, now remember Quinlan Schultz is fouled out. And it came with 6:36 left in the fourth quarter. Tip ball away from Wolf. And it's loose and picked up by the Blazers. Down underneath. Layup left side is no good. And the rebound of the Falcons. Forward for Waller. Here they can push the pace. Allen banging bodies and an offensive foul.
That might be her third offensive foul tonight.
Regardless, it's her third overall.
So the biggest opponent for Appleton Parkersburg right now is the clock.
Yep.
So you need the clock to keep running. How you keep the clock running is you keep the ball in play, don't foul, and pass the ball and get good shots.
Into the front court, nearly a Falcon steal. Lob it underneath. Nice steal by Lind. Reaching up the long arms. Lob it down for Waller underneath.
Perfect.
Layup is in.
She was cherry picking on the other end, but we'll take the layup. I think Ellen must have hurt her ankle or knee. I'm not sure which one.
She's still playing, though.
Oh, yeah. She's not going to sit out for this.
Nope. Runner is no good, but a foul called. Or that was on Beckman. Travel.
Yep.
All right.
She did a little jump stop, so 12-point game, 3:41.
That was in the way a little bit. So here we go. Inbounds goes to Ryard.
They aren't back.
What in the world? Lind is wide open, and she hits the layup.
A defensive collapse by Beckman. Timeout, Beckman, full.
3:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Appleton Parkersburg 45. Dyersville Beckman 31. We will take the timeout as well here on KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network.
Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
We know this is more than a farm. It's your home. It's where you inspire the next generation to help feed the world. And Greenbelt Bank and Trust is proud to support all levels of the ag process. We believe in forming personal relationships because we believe Iowa farmers are needed now more than ever. Visit greenbeltbank.com and discover how we can help your operation reach the next level of financial success.
We're back inside the Oline High School Gymnasium out of the full timeout called by the Blazers. Falcons lead at 45-31 here in the regional final. Winner goes to state. Blazers with the basketball right now. Long cross-court pass goes to McDermott. She faked the shot. Down to the post, and it's picked away by Ryard.
So Ellen Waller is out, John.
And a blocking foul is called.
Eva Walker's in for it. I'll be honest with you, I don't even see Ellen on the bench. Not sure Miss Eddie's working on her.
Yeah. Hopefully just taping up the knee.
Here she comes
back out.
This is like Willis Reed, 1973, the Madison Square Garden coming back out.
Nice. I love it. Inbounds goes to Williamson. So looks like Waller will come in at the next dead ball.
Yep.
Wolf has it in the left wing. 3:08 to go fourth quarter.
Coach Driscoll might want to call a timeout just to get her back in. We just don't want a turnover at this point in time.
Yeah. Falcons by 14, down to 3 minutes left. Speaking of turnovers, the ball bounces out of bounds. It goes back to AP.
Fortunately,
and that brings Waller back in.
Retain the ball.
Yeah. So there will be 15 on the shot clock here.
Yep, she taped her right ankle.
Good to see her back out there. Regina and Mediapolis are tied at 49, going to overtime. Another Class 2A regional final.
All we have to do is get to 50, John, and it's over. It's the clock or 50, whichever one comes first.
10 to shoot.
Back door.
There was Wolf cutting along it, and now a steal by the Blazers. Wide open path, but there was Lynn to contest it. McDermott takes it in for two.
Just got to keep the clock running right now.
45-33, Falcons with a lead. 2.5 minutes to play in regulation.
Got to move the ball, Al.
Waller gets it to Williamson. Thought about the three. Oh, she was looking at it. Now she's guarded out along the perimeter.
Timeout. 30.
2:24 to play in the fourth quarter. Appleton Parkersburg 45. Dyersville Beckman 33 here in the regional final. Winner of this one goes to the state tournament. Trainer and Panorama, no score update from that one yet.
As I mentioned in the pregame, John, 30 years ago, almost tonight, Appleton Parkersburg came to play MFL Marmac at a boys sub-state game, and it didn't turn out very well. They had Rafe LaFrance, who went on to play in the NBA, one of Iowa's all-time better players. But tonight, the tide has turned. AP has an opportunity to get redemption for our girls to make it to the state tournament. We're on the cusp.
You said that was the first year as AP, right?
First year as AP. Darren DeVries, Travis Shipper, Jared DeVries.
That's a crew right there. So here's Waller getting it across the timeline. 14 on the shot clock. 2:15 in regulation. The Falcons lead by 12. Wolf fires it left to Waller, fake the pass, and gets it right to Williamson.
Just keep running it.
Wolf bounced up top to Ellen, wanted the shot clock, and there's a violation.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, like you said there, you're on the clock.
Yep. We just want the clock to run.
2 minutes, 4 seconds left in regulation. Blazers with a basketball. Can the Falcons finish the job and go to Wells Fargo Arena next week? They lob it to the block left side. Contested layup and a foul called on AP. So free throws coming up for the Blazers, a chance for them to cut it down to 10.
8th regional final for the Appleton and Parkersburg girls, and the 9th might be the ticket.
Yep.
So we're 4-4 in regional finals. Let's make it 5-4. 5 trips to the state tournament for the Falcon ladies.
First free throw is good. It would be the first since 2019. Before that, it was 2013. Then I believe it was all the way back to 2001, and then 1996.
Yep, 95, 96. Boys and girls made it to state the same year.
Second one, no good. Rebound, Lynn. It's an 11-point Falcon lead. Down to 1:47 left. And a foul from behind. Waller stumbled, keeps her footing.
This is going to be really an unusual short turnaround from a regional final game to a state game. I mean, you're going to play on Thursday night.
Either
Boom.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, but it's short. Usually you have a little bit longer time than that. Well, we would have played last night, right?
Yep. Inbound to the backcourt to Williamson. Down to 1:43 left. They get it left to Wolf. Falcons with an opportunity to just run the clock here. Don't need to force anything. And that's what's happening right now. Wolf up top. They throw it right to Waller. And she dribbles it left. Williamson to Wolf. 14 on the shot clock. Brings it up top of the key. This is exactly what you need to do. Down to 1:20 left. 8 on the shot clock. Ryard spins around, takes down to the right block, puts it in for 2. That's the runner.
Is the dagger.
47-34.
Kendall Ryard.
She's got 13 points.
MacGyver, she can do it all.
Runner is blocked by Lynn.
Including a steal.
We got Ryard. And now another steal. They trade turnovers.
Take a charge.
Now is a jumper from the left block up and in.
The clock's still running.
By Lansing. Timeout Beckman.
They have 1 left after this one.
It's a 30, so we'll keep it right here. Appleton Parkersburg is 51.4 seconds away from a trip to the state tournament for the first time since 2019.
Coach Berkey brought the kids, and we went over to Fort Dodge and played Ridgeview that night.
Yep.
Had a great team then too. Kurt Hempen brought them in 2012 and 13. Katie Thompson, Haley Hempen, Bailey Shipper.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was yesterday. It's been 10 years ago.
I know. 10 years. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, it is.
That was quite the night for that regional final in Eldora that night.
Wild.
Against West Marshall. Knocked those guys off.
So Beckman's going to be pressing.
So Ryard to inbound from the far baseline.
And we still are not in the one-on-one though. So
Waller gets knocked in the face. Or Ryard, I take that
right
back.
in the throat or the mouth.
Ooh. Huh. She bites her jersey and looks like she'll stay in. Just kind of took a shot in the face. So that looked
that should be their
hairy
sixth.
At first.
That should be their 6th team foul, but they haven't switched it yet. Or was it not a foul?
No foul, they say.
Okay.
So Ryard to inbound again, and they get it into Waller, and there's a foul.
Yep.
Waller gets knocked down to the floor. Remember, she tweaked something, whether it was an ankle or a knee a little bit ago.
Yeah, it looks like her right ankle's got tape above her side.
Oh, yeah, there it is. 45 seconds left. Hudson and Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont are in overtime in Marshalltown. Lob it forward to Williamson. 38 seconds. 47-36 is the Falcon lead, and we got a whistle.
There's a 7th team foul, so should be in the 1-and-1.
So you're right, that was a foul earlier, but it took them forever to put it on the board.
Okay.
So, oh man. So it's free throws for Addison Williamson. Some of the Falcon students are heading down, getting ready to celebrate. Coach Driscoll with his arms crossed. First free throw by Williamson is good.
She's perfect from the line tonight, 5 for 5.
Excellent. One more coming up. And it's no good. 34 seconds left. The shot clock is off. Beckman nearly loses it out of bounds.
Just don't foul. Just let them go.
The I Believe chant breaking out from the Falcon student section. Here's a turnaround in the lane. The little shot is good by Lansing. 18 seconds left.
The Falcons are heading to the well.
Waller's still in the backcourt. Got to get it across the timeline here. If you don't, it's not the end of the world, I guess. Waller down the right sideline. They lose it out of bounds, and it'll stay with AP. Now they can just inbound it with 7 seconds left and punch their ticket to Wells Fargo Arena next week. Lob it in. Here's Waller in the backcourt. Gets knocked to the floor.
Tell you what, Beckman's not giving up.
Not over till it's over in their eyes. And there's 5.2 seconds left. The On to Stay chant is coming out.
No better chant if you're a high school player, fan, or coach.
5.2 seconds left. Waller, the free throw is good. 49-38.
Do you remember the magic number?
Oh, I remember. You're Nostradamus up here.
50. All we needed to do was get to 50.
One more for Waller.
There
There's
it
50.
is.
Let's go.
50 will win it
50
every
to 38.
time.
Beckman inbounds. 4 seconds into the front court. And that's out of bounds. And Appleton Parkersburg has punched their ticket to Wells Fargo Arena. A party at the midcourt logo.
Yes.
The Falcons are going to the state tournament. Brady Driscoll in his 3rd season at the helm has brought the Falcons down to Des Moines. Appleton Parkersburg, regional champs, with a 50-38 victory over the Beckman Catholic Trailblazers. And no one in here is sitting down at all.
From either town.
And the celebration continues. There's the banner. It's a party in front of the Falcon team
Here they
bench,
go.
and the students storm the court. They're mauling the Falcon players.
That's awesome.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Doesn't matter if you're a wrestler, boys basketball player, or aren't out for sports. Everybody is over there just jumping around, happier than a medal arc for the girls.
50-38, Appleton Parkersburg's going to state. They defeat Beckman Catholic. Post-game coverage is next from Oilwine.